Hey everybody, today we are going to work on the Mugo pine. I've been putting it off for a while. We're going to finally get in here. I'm not going to completely style it, but we're going to start on it. So let's get to it. Okay, so I've already raised it up out of this pot. I basically just got the root ball out, put some debris, some other old cut junk I had and stuck under there to get it up high enough. So the first thing I'm going to do is I just want to see if I can clear out a little more on the trunk. That's probably as thick as it gets, but I just want to see if it changes direction or shape in any way, just a hair past that. All right, I kind of went around it, and I hope you guys can see that and make out that it's got this cool trunk, but then like the first thing out, there is a lower branch back behind there, a couple of little ones, but there's this big huge thing that I think is just going to get in the way of the overall style. So my first thoughts are I just want to do away with that and turn it into a gin. If you can make out, it will be this whole clump here, and I think I want to make this one that goes straight up, because this is going to be my apex over here, this little cluster. So I think I'm going to have to do away with that one, maybe cut it and make it a gin also with this part. And the other big growth, I don't know if you guys can make it out, the thing I want to keep for sure, there's this branch right here that already has some good structure going on it. This one right here, I want to keep it. Basically the big branching that's spread way out, I think I want to eventually do away with and keep these smaller ones. I may be able to keep this as one of the real low ones that actually starts out first, but it makes a weird bend. I don't know if you guys can make that out. Almost a 90, but I wouldn't mind keeping it either. It's way down here. But this one that curls almost all the way around the tree, I think I want to do away with also. That is probably, it needs cut back, but I think it too will be a good one. I want this to be like a short, stubby, just fat. But I think in order to do it right, the bigger, real thick ones will look out of place to keep it that short. So I think they'll eventually need taken off. Now I don't know if I can take them off all at once, so I think what I'm going to start with is do away with this guy, which is actually only one branch. I may leave that little one hanging. It just comes right out to the side. It's almost like a top apex on the side. It just does not look right. It's got like 6 branches growing out. So maybe if I cut it, turn into this gnarly looking gin off to the side, maybe that shows you at some point the tree took a drastic turn maybe, and the other side took over the growth. Some of these long, they're not real thick, but they're real just long. They're not branched out yet. I think I'm going to end up doing away with those too. I think for today I'm just going to take off this guy and we'll see what it looks like. Alright, I've talked myself into it. We're taking off this one branch today, and it's going to look like 5 or 6 branches, but it's actually just one branch coming out this side. I may do something with this guy over here, but for right now, and this little guy's not actually part of it. And since we won't have real crazy long, I guess I could just cut back this crazy big growth, see what it would look like without it, but I think it's still going to be way too much for what I have in mind of this tree looking like in the future. Of course, these are so low. This guy would actually need to come completely off if I did it that way and left that branch. but I don't think I'm going to do that. I'm going to basically turn all of this. I'll cut the littlest ones completely off. Okay, so you can see what we have now is this is going to be somewhere in here is going to be the front of the tree. I may take that and this other one off. The front will be right in here. Bring this apex a little bit up. This guy's going to be in the way, and then restyle the back to it. And this should be just as easy as, hopefully. I think I'm just going to start I'm going to get it past this knot and just take it a little ways in. I'm not going to go all the way to the trunk. I don't know if and when, how quick I want to put anything on this to preserve it or let it die back a little bit, you know, first or what. Little guy keeps getting in my way. He'll probably eventually be just taken out, but I don't want to do anything with him yet. I'm still new at this, so I hate doing away with something and then go, oh, I could have used that. I just didn't see any point in keeping this huge thing here. Like, it was kind of right in the way of close to the front I want to use. Should pretty much have it. I guess we took off you know, quite a bit, but there's still a whole lot left on there. But I think that's going to make a gnarly looking bonsai tree. That, as you can tell, just that's not part of. But I don't know if I should take it flush, try to use this branch, cut it here, gin it, even leave this little one, you know, just turn that into a straight up gin that kind of plays off these, and maybe another gin or two in the back. I want this tree to look, you know, like it's just the elements have, you know, kept it small and compact, just because like when it starts growing out, stuff happens to it, so it's just kind of got this compact growth. That's the plan. It's hard to make out now, and I'm not going to take any of this away, but you can see that we've got the movement this way, and so I'll leave some of that and probably this branch, but I kind of want to make like something happened and then it turned back this way, and you can see this coming here, and then make this the new apex. And so that's the plan with this tree. And I don't want to just try to style it tonight and, you know, bam, it's done. I want to take my time with this. I've actually decided to go ahead and gin this thing now. I don't like it. It's just, I've looked at it and it just needs to go, and I don't think it's going to hurt anything more to take this little bit off. So I'll take it a little higher just to see if I want to gin that much of it or just a stub. I can always chop it down as I get there. See where this first hardens. I don't really think I like that, but I definitely didn't like that branch being there in the way. Real quick, I'll add that in there. I'm sorry I didn't show you doing it, but I just basically grabbed a chunk of my wire because I thought that looked horrible going straight up. I didn't want to do away with it though. So I just wrapped the wire around there, you know, wrapped it kind of the way I wanted it to twist. And I twisted it kind of over, back, and then backing up to where it just kind of goes along with that, you know, gin deadwood. So I think that'll look good. Getting there. Slowly. Alright guys, thanks for watching us so far. Stay tuned, like, subscribe, share.